Oh yeah, without a doubt. Boss with me.
There is nothing greater than the relationship I have with you. And through my situations, you've always been there for me to carry me through. The love you've given me is what opened up my eyes when I was blind. Now here I stand with a testimony, no doubt about it. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. Thank you. Ooh, thank you. Lord, we want to say thank you. For the marvelous things, for the marvelous things you've done for me. There were many times I laid awake at night wondering why things in my life just wasn't going right. I had to face the truth. I cannot do nothing without you. He's always there. He loves and cares. I know he's always there. His love is forever. His love so real. Oh, taste and see. His love is always real. Thank you. Every day I will want to say thank you. For waking us up this morning and we say thank you. For the marvelous things, for the marvelous things you've done for me. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. You gotta hold on, don't let go. No. You will never be the same again. He will take care of you. He will take care of you. Thank you. Lord, I wanna say thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. Lord, we wanna say thank you.
I was listening to some Bobby Womack on the way down. I'm like,
man, we try to be Ebonics around here, man. We try to be Ebonics. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. Oh yeah, without a doubt. The whole community, we love you. We love you. Today is Black Friday. We want you guys to be intentional we're working on everything. We're working on the corona. We're working on racism at the same time. You know, God's working on things. Without a doubt. I know y'all didn't want to work on it, but God has forced us to work on it. We're at home. We got to work on getting along, right? We got to work on getting along. Sometimes I know it's hard, but my mom always taught me, she said, life is hard when you go out and make it that way. Oh yeah. The one that could not read, it came with some mathematical common sense. When you go out Life is hard when you go out and make it that way, y'all. So let's not make it that way. Let's make it a little bit easier. We all in the same game. Without a doubt, we all in the same game. And so, we got our guest in the house. He was gone last week. He had some serious stuff. You see, Omaha is on the national news. Omaha is on national news. They consider Omaha. Oh yeah, see, y'all should think bad about North Omaha, but now what the world think about Omaha now? All of Omaha. Oh yeah, they feel that we're taking care of business over here. They feel that, oh yeah, we got the virus. The virus is on the rise in Omaha. Oh yeah, there was in Washington, D.C. talking smack. Omaha, one of the top 10 cities on the rise. I don't understand why we kicking elementary stuff. Elementary. 4-year-old say, Papa, we get your mask on. I mean, and y'all was like 45, 35, 25, 55, 65, 75. Y'all not wearing y'all masks. We got 5-year-olds got way more ambition right now. These 5th graders, they real smart.
Wear your masks.
This is serious biz.
Stay out of crowds.
Without a doubt. And I know a few people now that have gotten the virus, and they say it's for real. So I'm paying attention. So we got Phil Rooney in the house. I'm going to turn this music all the way off. Let me see how it sounds. Let me see what it sounds like. All right, y'all. Turn this off. Okay, right there. That's cool. All right, how you doing, bro, Phil?
Doing pretty well. This is getting to be quite a grind, though, I think, for everybody.
Okay. Well, how does it feel to?
For sure. We have been begging people to wear masks for months now. A lot of people are complying, but you do still see an awful lot of people aren't wearing masks out there. We have a lot of places to go to get free masks. With tomorrow after
St. Benedict de Moore, and the churches have been stepping up. Shouts out to the church.
I mean, it is right around the corner here. It's where my daughter was baptized.
Really? So actually, I can come on to church. Y'all come on to church. Shouts out to St. Benedict de Moore. Also, man, they got some good fish on Fridays. I don't know if they're doing the fish Friday today.
Oh, that catfish special there?
Yeah.
I can't beat that.
Yeah, is it still going on, Phil? Is it still going on?
I know they do it. I don't know if they do it year round.
Oh yeah. So I mean, if y'all missed St. Thomas More, right? St. Thomas More.
No, that's St. Benedict the More.
St. Benedict the More, and St. Benedict was a black man. Did y'all know that? St. Benedict was a black man. St. Benedict the More. Moors come from Benedict the More, part of the Catholic Church. Shout out.
That's a wonderful little.
I live. We're right across the street from St. Benedict the More. They also house Bryant Center basketball court. Mm-hmm. And so I was leaving last night, and I seen the lights on. It was probably about 9, and I see the young. I drove by at first, and then I seen the youth out there playing ball. So I turned around, did a Yui, and because I had a flashback. Phil had a flashback. 55, no drive. I had a flashback. So I just watched the young people ball, and it was all African descent. Mm-hmm. from new immigrants, and it's a lot good.
Of talent in that group.
Yeah, a lot of talent. Those over there dunking. I said, man, I should do all that stuff. I said, if my ankle wasn't hurting so bad, how 24th Street is motivating, how the churches are doing outreach, because that is controlled by St. Benedict the More Church Parish. Mm-hmm. How they keep Bryant Center up, and how the youth can utilize it. They even had a concession thing open for the youth last night.
Very
so
nice.
I think that's a great thing to get young people off the street, to get them interested in the things they want to do. So now let's talk about some health. I was, making poker fun that, Nebraska is number 1 in the coronavirus. And
update on the numbers. Yesterday, we had 167 new cases in the county, and that brings the total to 10,969 since the outbreak began last March.
Okay.
So in all likelihood, we'll go over 11,000 cases today. I did not have any new deaths yesterday, but we've lost 135 people to the virus. 135, yeah. And those are those cases are people who have confirmed to have the virus by a lab test, and an attending physician of the Douglas County coroner certifies that COVID-19 was the primary or secondary cause of death.
Okay.
There will be people who have COVID-19, and that's not going to be their cause of death. So that's something, a rumor out there that has to be addressed. Is not. Else, as I said, we received no death certificates. We had 77% occupancy rate in the hospital, so there is room for a surge there, and there are lots of ventilators available.
Okay.
And 15 people who are confirmed or suspected of having COVID-19 are on ventilators. There are a lot more people on ventilators for other things as well, but the cases continue to grow, and at the moment, it doesn't appear to be slowing down greatly. But that's not exactly news to anyone who's been watching.
Why do they have Omaha on the list? Why are we on the list?
It has to do with the percentage of positive cases and the continued growth of cases that hasn't slowed down. We've had at least 2 weeks of increases in cases, and we'll see. It will be Sunday when we'll know what the total is for this week. The cases continue to increase, and the test rate, I think it's over 11% this week, and you would want the test rate to be, you hear different measures of that, but the test rate would be 5% or lower, I think, before a lot of things that should return to normal. Those are the numbers I hear from various scientists. Those will differ. Some would say 2, some say 5.
Okay.
There's also a rolling 2-week average of cases per million, and a lot of folks in the scientific and academic community say it needs to be at 50 cases per million on a rolling 2-week average before things would return to normal, before schools should open. We're at 230 something right now.
Okay. I heard Lincoln is declining. Is that correct?
That's what I've heard too. Yeah, I haven't been in a lot of touch with them, but that, from all the information I have from sources I would trust, indicate it does seem to be declining in Lincoln.
Is it because Lincoln had did they have a mandate on masks?
They had a mask mandate 2 weeks ago, and it's probably too soon to fully attribute it to that. There'll be a lot of other factors. There are other factors that could be in play, but I think that's one you have to consider.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to consider if they made a decision, and that decision the numbers have switched because of
certainly making efforts to educate people on the importance of wearing a mask. I mean, it's not like nobody's getting rich off masks, so it's not like there's any thing there. It's a proven method. It's not perfect, but if we both wear one, it reduces our chances of getting sick considerably.
Without a doubt.
And we've also got to do some good hand washing. Do some hand washing, clean up surfaces. Like if you had a hard surface here, it'd be very important to clean that regularly, and then avoid crowds.
Right. Okay.
And I don't, those aren't things that people really like to do. So, especially this time of year, you want to get out and socialize and have some fun, but you got to be careful.
Interesting. Man, it's like I don't know, man. It's also like it's all about decision making now. It's all about decision making. It's not really elementary. I mean, it's not really rocket science.
We want people to, we've been asking people to take responsibility for your actions, wear a mask, wash your hands, avoid crowds. There are social distancing practices that some, any number of businesses are doing a really good job with it. So it's no mystery. We know that the research continues into a vaccine or some possible product in our hands ready to distribute at this point. So that's a concern, but that work does go on. And until then, let's do what we know that we can. If you're sick, stay home. And I know that's very difficult for a lot of people.
Right. Well,
and we're also, of course, we're doing testing too. I have some more news on testing after your thoughts.
Do you guys have any input on even legislation when? It seems like they're not listening to the medical professions. It's like the medical profession should be at the forefront. Politicians are saying I know we have Ben Gray in here. Ben Gray said that we should be listening to the medical professions, and politicians should be listening also.
And Ben is a member of our board of health. I have a lot of respect for that gentleman.
Right, and so because we're 50 miles apart, Lincoln is going down, Omaha is going up. Everywhere I go in Omaha, I see people without masks. I come in wearing a mask, and they look at me like I'm crazy.
Protect other people wear theirs to protect you. I think we do have to keep an eye on the Lincoln situation. Hopefully it continues to head that way, and hopefully our situation will begin to head that direction.
Right. Without doubt.
There are a lot of testing opportunities. Let's see, the 50th and G location is still going to be open for a while, but it's closed today and tomorrow. It will be open on Sunday at 8 a.m. Crossroads Mall site, and at the Oakview Mall. Test Nebraska has those sites, as well as they'll be working with the Visiting Nurse Association next week on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 8 until noon. That begins on this coming Tuesday. So there's another opportunity. All those are free test results. There's one thing that we really want to make sure people do when they go in to be tested. Make sure the people doing the testing get your proper phone number, and so somebody who wasn't tested gets a notice that they had a positive and they weren't even tested. That can happen if if somebody's writing it down and you mistake a 7 for a 1,
right,
a 2 for a 5 or something, or if somebody their finger just hits the wrong information line of 402-444-3400, and we'll track it down to get it straightened out.
Okay, all right.
But it's very important that you get the right thing. It may take up to 4 days at these Test Nebraska sites. I've talked to people who've had their test results much more quickly than the way to reach you. But that's the way that people are being notified. So if you're getting, you need to, if you have any questions about test results you received, call us at 402-444-3400.
Now, the test Nebraska, you don't have to pay nothing, do you?
No, and there are 3 sites now with the one next week at the Visiting Nurse Association. That'll be a 2-day-a-week site. That's 3 sites in town where you can go and you don't have to pay. Or do you have to pay at the 50th and G site, which is we're doing in collaboration with One World, University of Nebraska Medical Center, and Nebraska Medicine. So that'll be reopen Sunday at 8 a.m. until noon.
Also, if you can always go back to our YouTube page or our Facebook page. All the information we archive this show. If you miss it, if you're driving your car, just go to 95.7 The Balls on YouTube or Facebook to our business page, and you'll see the interview on there. If you miss any of this information, also make sure you utilize the number 211-211. That's the number that you can utilize to get help from everything. I know Douglas County is spearheading the eviction funding to help people that have mortgages or are paying rent. Where can they get that information, that Phil?
Well, that information is on the Douglas County, not the health departments, but the Douglas County government. On that website, or call 211 and they'll help you through that. There may be individuals, in the past, a lot of that is done online. In the past, folks could go to the library. The libraries are closed now. So go to 211 and they'll help you through that. There'll be various other community partners who can do that. But just go to the Douglas County, Nebraska website, and they have some information. There are several nonprofits within the community that are helping folks out with that.
Also, if you have a literacy problem in regards, you cannot fill that out, again, call 211. There will be someone there to assist you. Okay. Also, since this is in my mind, there's a census event at Kroc Center tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. tomorrow. I know General Rogers is going to be there. Congressman Bacon's going to be there. They're going to be giving out masks. So they're going to be doing some things over there also. So if you're in that area, you can get a lot of your questions answered also. There's going to be a lot of community people over there from the Salvation Army who's spearheading, this initiative. Next weekend, they'll be here on 24th Street at the Salvation Army at 24th and Pratt, indicating how important that census is, but also they're going to be talking about the health initiatives that's going on in our community. So I just wanted to just kick that out because a lot of things are going on this weekend in regards to testing. So Charles Drew is still doing their testing?
They're still doing some testing at Charles Drew, yes. I think you have to, I believe you have to call and make an appointment. That was what I heard. But yeah, there's testing that's going on there. So a lot of opportunities to get tested. 43rd at Ames also has the test site.
Okay.
That's the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. You do a self-swab there. It's on the old Walgreens property.
Right. Okay.
So there's another opportunity, and we hope to expand, provide more opportunities so that the community takes some space, and you got to have some people who have been through the tests. And you got to have lab access. because the labs are pretty severely taxed these days with the load of tests being sent there.
So, I mean, since this virus been around almost 6 months, 8 months now.
160,000 dead in the country.
I know they're closer to a vaccine. Even around here, I see some little to a vaccine.
Well, we're closer. There are some tests going on around here and tests being done nationally and internationally. There's a lot of hopeful news, but you want to make sure the vaccine doesn't cause more harm than it does good. So you want to make sure it's safe and it's safe for everybody. And then you have to get it manufactured and get it distributed and get it given to people. So we're still looking like first part of the new year. We hope to have some have vaccine clinics, but that's still in the planning stages. A lot of plans are being made for a vaccine that we do not yet have in hand, but once it's available.
On a normal process, when they make vaccines and they start to test people, is it how long is the process will it take to know if it's safe?
Well, sometimes it takes years.
Interesting.
But apparently in this case,
everything's been speeded up. So
they're trying. Yeah, which brings some risk with that as well. But
right.
There are a lot of good folks on the job.
Okay. So there's still a lot of unknowns. So I mean, so the best way to really to resolve the problem is social distance, hygiene, and so the virus can die itself out. If it has no host, it dies out with the last host. Or we can at least minimize as much as possible.
Yeah, but we don't know yet how soon people can be reinfected with it, and there's a lot to learn, but we've learned a lot.
So it's like this is easier to affect you versus a cold or the flu. It's not like you just you're in the same day you're affected. Once you get a cold, you just got through a cold. Isn't it difficult to get a cold again?
It seems like some people have colds all winter long, but the common cold is often caused by a coronavirus too.
Right. So,
but they're all different. This one is different
because normally a cold, when you get a cold, it's over with. Then you're healthy. You normally get a cold again. Normally, unless maybe your environment may dictate that.
But there'll be different cold viruses and sources of it. So you could be re-exposed to a new one. There are people who get the flu more than once during a flu season because there are multiple strains of flu. And I did see that within about a week, not much more than a week anyway, there will be flu vaccine clinics you can drive through in town at some of the pharmaceutical outlets. So people are going to start getting flu vaccine pretty soon.
Have they tested the flu vaccine for the coronavirus?
Flu vaccine won't up the coronavirus, but if you can avoid getting both at the same time, I think you're going to be way ahead. And something I want to read more about and hear more about, but I've heard the flu season hasn't been as bad, probably because of people doing the coronavirus protections. If you're washing your hands, avoid, staying out of it. So hopefully it would be wonderful if we could have a mild flu season.
The decision making. Do you guys have any decision making on the school situation? I know they're going to be having. Is the press conference today or is the school board meeting today?
I think there's a school board special meeting today. We're always in conference with the schools on it, but the school decisions are made by the schools. They will make the schools will make their own decisions. So.
And you adapt based off their decisions.
We work with them a lot. Yeah, okay. I know we're planning to working with them on how we're going to do contact tracing within the schools, and we've been doing contact tracing on some of the sports teams. A lot, unfortunately, far too many sports teams.
So sports teams have already.
Those that have been practicing during the summer, we've had cases on the teams. Yeah, so that's a concern for sure. Okay, and you've seen it around the country with college teams.
Right. So they're talking about bringing Big Ten back. I don't know what to go. If they're not going to play sports, they might as well not play sports on all levels. Because I mean, man, this is tough because you got young people that's going to be seniors just trying to get scholarships.
And you've got college seniors who are just sitting out so they don't get sick and so that they can just prepare for the pros. There have been 3 or 4 outstanding Big Ten players who just decide they're going to sit the season out and prep for the NFL draft.
Man, this is
it's unknown territory for a lot of us. Well, for almost all of us.
So is this going to be like a way of life forever now?
More good news on a vaccine that'll be very effective by the first of the year and we get back to normal. and people are. We've seen in places where people have maintained social distancing. People have worn masks, sheltered in place for a while. They've been able to get back towards normal.
But then Nebraska was all good at first. Better now we have spiked.
Mm-hmm.
So we got intra traveling within the United States, people going to city to city, intra. So even though Lincoln is low, we still got a lot of people from Omaha going down to Lincoln.
Yeah, and you have people going from Nebraska and Iowa. That's why a coordinated response is important.
Right.
Because you have different policies all over the place.
Right.
Now, there are places in Nebraska where it's going very well, but we know that there are some portions of the state that are not very densely populated.
Uh-huh.
So then if you don't have people for the disease to spread from one person to another, it's not going to go very far.
Right. So I mean, to me, and right now we're in America, and Americans right now talking about the Constitution and the math and this is all this stuff, and what they call them, the women, Karen, the women that are going off, they call her Karen. I don't know why they call her Karen. Every woman that go off, they call her Karen.
There's a story behind that.
because of the mask. They don't want to wear the, and people are going off, and so
interesting times in our country.
So since it's like that, and even though you put it in a mandate, people still gonna say, "I'm in America. This is against my whatever rights."
Trying to say it's against their constitutional rights.
Right. And you're gonna have fits. People are having fits now because right now, mentally, everyone is mentally strained right now. Everyone, and no one. I am. The ants are because we at home messing with their territory. I said, well, why don't y'all go somewhere? But we messing with their territory all day now because we're not leaving for work. So I mean, so everybody's stressed.
There's a lot of stress and anxiety going around. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Man.
Good morning, Phil. How are you?
I'm doing well, Martine. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Good morning, Omaha. Good morning, King.
Good morning, Martine. How you doing? We're trying to save the world, Martine. Phil and I.
I've been listening.
Yeah, we're trying to save the world.
Yeah, we're off to a good start, I think, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, I think we are. Hopefully, people listen. If they listen, then we can really save the world quicker.
Mm-hmm. Right, by getting tested.
Yeah, getting tested. Having good hygiene. Yeah,
wearing a mask.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Washing your hands.
All the
cleaning
above.
Surfaces around you.
Right.
Avoiding crowds if you don't have to be out.
Mm-hmm.
I finally tested. I went to the old Walgreens on 44th and Ames and got my test results back in about 5 days, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
It was a weekend. It was Friday, and then I don't know if you count the weekend if they test or
So there are limitations on labs and hours they can work.
Right, absolutely. But nevertheless, they called me back and said they had my test results, and thankfully it was negative.
Very good.
So I posted about it, and I got a lot of comments thanking me for sharing and letting them know about that. The testing center over there on Ames at the old wall where the testing centers are at, because apparently there's still a lot of people that don't know.
Right.
And now they're saying, well, I'm going to go get tested too now.
Good.
So
that's people stepping up front like you really helps.
It didn't feel like have been talking about just making sure that we get the word out on the right channels.
Mm-hmm.
So people have a consistent messaging that's accurate.
That's right. So just, letting people know the availability of it. It's a drive-through situation over there. So you don't even have to get out your car. So a lot of people like that.
Yeah. I think
and
most
it's a self-swab.
A lot of them are drive-through. There's the 2 Test Nebraska sites. Our one at 50th and G is going to reopen Sunday for a couple of weeks. They take Friday and Saturday off because the personnel, anybody working on this stuff needs a bit of a break too. And there's the 2 Test Nebraska sites, and Visiting Nurse Association out on Center is going to have 2 days a week testing in the morning. That's a Test Nebraska initiative. So those are all free. And Test Nebraska has quite a lab capacity, so people are getting test results quickly.
Okay.
I can tell. I've heard people getting even next day results.
Oh, wow.
Early.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and I didn't know that location on Ames was going to be a self-swab situation. So that shocked me. I was like, oh, I got to do it myself? So I think there's some videos floating out. People are like gagging. Oh, I can't have anything, So it's painless. People go out, get it done, get tested.
And the others that go a little deeper, it's very short pain compared to getting sick.
Right. It doesn't equate. So bottom line, that your status.
All right. I know you're probably saying, why are you going dark? Why are you going light? So we're in an old building. I think it's probably built in probably the 1800s. I don't know.
Probably wasn't built for a on-camera studio.
Yeah. And so we got fluorescent lights. They're taller than I am. They're about like 8 feet tall, 9 feet tall. And so when you turn them on, it actually created a magnetic field, electric magnetic field. Oh yeah, you didn't think I know that big word, Martine?
No.
Electric magnetic
amazes
field.
me every day.
Oh yeah. I use a lot of syllables.
A lot of syllables, Ken.
Yeah, a lot of syllables in that one. Oh yeah, so it gets into the wiring, and so when you cut the lights out, we look smoother anyway.
It gets into the wiring. Yeah. I don't know.
Power Orange.
We got to let the ladies in on this.
What's up with the orange?
I don't know. Power Orange.
I bet orange is a good color for you.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's my favorite color. Orange. It's my favorite color. Just actually my college colors.
Oh, is it? That's the colors?
Yeah, Midland Lutheran College. Now they call it Midland College.
Okay.
Yes, orange.
Midland University, isn't it? No.
Yeah, Midland University. Now I still call it Midland Lutheran College.
I've seen billboards.
Yeah.
University.
Shouts out to Midland Lutheran College. I'm having a flashback.
And I don't even know where that is.
It's in Fremont, Nebraska.
Fremont.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's not far from here.
About 30 minutes.
Yeah. Depends how fast you're going. 20-something if you're going a little faster.
All right. Can you traveling out there?
Right.
So you're traveling out there for school?
Yeah. Martine, when I first traveled there, especially being a young person, and we talking about school and stuff, and you never really travel. I traveled a little bit out of Omaha, and I said, "Damn, I'm going to Fremont." I said, "Damn, this is like a long way." You know what I mean? Especially being a 12th grader, you've never been really out of town.
Out of the
He said, it's a lot. It's a long way. Then come to say now I look at I get there 20 minutes, ain't nothing. But when you're a kid leaving home, going to college for the first time, man, that's enormous. That every mile seems like 100 miles because you're getting further away from home. Appreciate your homes, y'all. Appreciate your families. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you guys wear your mask. We still have elderly folk. We got grandparents. I'm a grandparent, and so we got to make sure that we keep our grandparents safe.
That's right. My fear, Mr. Rooney, is about we're still in the middle of a pandemic, and I understand the OPS superintendent, Dr. Logan, is going to be addressing that concern. I believe it might be today.
Yeah, I believe there's a special meeting of the school board today. She's going to be talking about sports. And it's been reported that she said the athletes aren't going to like the news.
That's what I understand.
Yeah, and I don't like it either. All right. I mean, so they might as well have school. Honestly, this might as well not have school. They might as well just
they need to have it online.
Yeah, do a homeschool. Because you got your other engineers that keep the boiler and the mechanics of the building. Those are older folks.
Absolutely.
And so those folks are concerned, and the teachers have kids.
Teachers,
they have husbands. They got families. They So I mean, I understand the concern. So if they're not gonna have no sports, they might as well. I mean, the mentality of school is gonna be the school spirit is. So they might just stay at home. They might as well just teach them at home.
Have school online. I mean, there is an option to do either or.
However,
right now.
But look at Miller and what's the other school district? West Side,
District 66.
But is everybody going to have access to Wi-Fi and appropriate online services? Are they going to have the bandwidth that is every home going to have it? How many kids are going to have somebody around to help them out in their computer?
Exactly.
There are real concerns about kids not being in school, and it's educational equity is a concern. We have a health equity team at work. Educational equity has long been a concern, and this certainly, I can't see this improving that.
And
So it's a real challenge.
and keep in mind the districts are different sizes. OPS is the biggest, and it is a bigger district compared to District 66. So they could probably pull it off, but a big district like OPS.
But Miller's a big, Miller Pepin is a big school district. They got like 3 high schools out there. I know we've got 21. I don't know what Potawatomi is doing over there, but
well, there are multiple districts. There's Council Bluffs, and then there are the smaller towns as well. So.
Right. Yeah. So everybody's doing different stuff.
Yeah. It seems like they all can do whatever they want to do instead of having a statewide mandate.
Yeah. The school districts will make their own individual decisions.
Yeah.
And I know our health director, Dr. Audie Ford, talks to them once or more a week. She has regular meetings with the superintendents.
So those athletes at Miller and Westside, if they have sports and if they had a scheduled game against like Ralston or have a scheduled game against North or Central, those games are now forfeited based off of OPS decisions. So OPS actually going to affect every other school district because we have a lot of crossover sports.
The Metro Conference involves schools from multiple school districts.
Right.
Well, and then the Archdiocesan School.
Yeah. What about the Archdiocese? Have you heard anything?
I know some of the elementary schools are delaying the start of school.
Are they?
And at least 4 or 5 of the Catholic elementary schools are delaying the start of school.
Okay.
How long is the delay?
I think I have so much information on me.
We're coming at you. I
haven't heard. That's why I'm like, well,
I think it's roughly the first part of September, right around September 1st. I think they're delaying at least till the end of the month. It's 4 or 5 of the schools.
Okay.
And I cannot tell you which ones it was. I think Our Lady of Lourdes is one, which is in the middle of town.
Right.
I think that's also where they have a mass giveaway tomorrow.
Our Lady of Lourdes?
Yeah.
Where's I referee there?
Yeah, South 32nd Street.
When you get off the highway?
Yeah, there's an exit off the highway.
Yeah, what was that? Martha Street?
Martha, yeah.
Yeah, right Street.
32nd and Martha, basically, yeah.
Yep. So I referee a lot there.
Did you referee? We'll get off topic. My daughter was playing.
You
probably did.
Yeah, Phil, you're probably over there.
Terrence Badgett was our favorite referee, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Badgett's listening.
Yep.
A good guy.
Yeah, heck yeah, Badgett. And All-Stater, too. Shouts out. And also in NIT champion, the last championship that men basketball in Nebraska won something. So shouts out to the Terrence, man, without doubt. He always gets on me. Phil, now, what about the high schools? Are the high schools opening up? The Catholic high schools, are they on a delay also? Do you know?
I haven't heard anything from them. The Archdiocese will make a decision.
Yeah, because they part of the Metro too, because there's a lot of games between Class A and Class B.
Well, I think there's only one of the Catholic schools is Class A. That is Prep and Marion. Those two are
Prep and
Marion are Class A. Ron Colley is B, I think.
B, and then
Scott's B.
But Scott's
Gross is B.
Yeah, but they pay a lot of Class A. They compete against a lot of Class A too. This is gonna be this is gonna be a mess. I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. I mean,
it's definitely something we've never experienced before.
Yeah. Did you see Jeff? While we're completely off topic from health,
that's okay.
Did you see yesterday Duff Goodman, the CBS basketball writer, said the Big Ten and the Big East are looking at bubble seasons, playing in a bubble for basketball seasons?
I did see that.
Yeah.
So like the NBA to stay safe.
Yep.
Interesting. So the kids gonna have to get tutored within that bubble.
Well, if they're taking online classes, if they would be taking online classes, I suppose it could work.
Yeah, I guess it could work. And
but I'm not in charge of that plan.
But the socialization of being in college.
I think there's an awful lot you gain in college from the people that you go to school with.
Yeah,
I learned an awful lot, was exposed to an awful lot in college that if I sat in my room in my hometown I wouldn't be the same person I am today.
Right. Man, I learned so much from the socialization of different folks, the different minds that I ran into.
Definitely.
At college.
And that's what college is for, is to explore yourself and learn and grow.
Man. Well, God is sitting us down. So God, he said, what it says, it said, be still.
And know that I am.
Yeah,
God.
So, I work for God. I'm not I'm just gonna take a brief breath. Like I'm just gonna wait to exhale on this one, y'all.
Yeah.
It is.
Interesting.
I can understand, man. The secretary, she does have a tough decision. The bubble, remember that one show, the kid that was in the bubble had the disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We live in that right now.
Mm-hmm.
That movie, we in the
You're
bubble.
right. You're right.
We can't come out of the bowl. If we do, we get exposed.
And how long ago was that? We would have never imagined that. But this little boy was in this bubble. He literally lived in this
Was
bubble.
that John Travolta in that movie?
I can't remember what movie it was. Yeah, I forget what disease it was too.
Yeah. It was a long time ago. But
Yeah,
we would have never thought we'd be living that.
right now.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of things we never thought we'd be living. But.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Omaha, it is 8:18. It's gonna be a beautiful day today. The weather is beautiful. You cannot ask for nothing better. Little rain, little moisture, little coolness. Humidity is not that too bad. The sun is not out right now, but
that's okay. It's still nice out.
But it's behind the clouds. The sun is out. It's just behind the clouds.
Maybe it'll peep out later.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to look at the weather to see what they predict as far as sun.
Today's Black Friday. We want you guys to continue to work on the racism that's going on in our community, the race communications that's going on. So find a Black business to do business with today, develop a new relationship, create a new network so we can create a better community. Also, stay conscientious of your health, y'all, because Omaha is on the national spotlight. It surprised me, especially
I saw that this
especially
morning.
when we was doing so good. 2 weeks ago, we was all right. Now 2 weeks later, we're the top 10.
Yeah.
The last 2 weeks have seen over 900 new cases each, and we've had a lot of new cases this week.
Where, in particular, like?
It's definitely more and more cases moving. We're getting more cases from the western part of the county. We're still having a good number of cases from the packing plants, but definitely it's spreading out across the county. I have the zip code information at work, or I can get it. But it's definitely spreading around. At one point, I can tell you about 17% of the cases were in the white population. That's now up to 30%.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
At one point, it was the Latino population was about 52%. A lot of that based around the packing plants. That's come down considerably.
Interesting. Now, they're debating a bill yesterday in the camera. I know we might be getting off subject, but it pertained to the coronavirus. You got.
They're talking about the packing plant safety.
Yes.
Senator Tony Vargas from South Omaha. Yeah.
I know you guys are supporting that bill. Do you guys participate on any lobbying on particular bills, especially when it pertains to community health?
People who are called down there to testify for various bills. I'm not aware of anybody who was there yesterday doing that.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, often there are bills that we or the people, other folks at the county want to have passed, and the county has a lobbyist.
Okay, good.
And then not the health department, but the county has one, and we work with them on things.
In front of the unicameral committee.
From all over the state. Dakota County was another area where it's been hit very hard. I think there was a story about Dakota County in the New York Times or something, which is South Sioux.
Yeah.
Right. And so, but the meat packing places are pushing back. I don't understand that. You see how industry is? They were against the bill.
Why? Did they say?
I do not know. See, we got this yin and yang going on. This tug of war going on. And I'm telling you, y'all, I went to a liberal arts college. I studied all the ologies. You can't get past science. Science, God highest science is mathematics. You can't beat it. The numbers are for real. So let's stay conscientious. Let's be wise. Let's stay healthy. Continue to practice social distance.
Wear your masks, please. Wear your masks.
Hygiene, all that stuff, y'all. Because
I'm wearing one. I don't like it, but when I'm around people, I'm going to be wearing a mask.
We have to. I do the same thing. I know you guys get stared at when you go into places. I get stared at, but there are some places that everybody, you go to grocery stores, they're really conscientious in grocery stores. But when you go,
a lot of businesses that are doing a really good job of it.
Yep, they are. So we want to encourage more. I've seen some food places, all their workers have masks on. Some food places don't. So I'm concerned about that.
It's not a requirement.
It's not a requirement. Like fast food places, McDonald's and people like that, you don't see it all the time. When you go to sit-down restaurants that people that try to establish back, you see more the waitresses and waiters wearing masks, the bartenders wearing masks. So I want us to, continue to support businesses that are advocating a healthy environment.
Right.
I'm not advocating you go to businesses that are not adjusted to the current mandate. And so I said to myself last night, I'm gonna start cooking at home. I'm trying 2 times a week.
Do more cooking at home.
Yeah, I don't cook, and I don't cook, but I'm 2 times a week. I'm trained. I'm going through behavioral modification, y'all. Help me.
Aren't we all though?
Yeah, we are.
We all are. Shoot, not just you, King.
I do a fair amount of cooking at home, but I'm not the only one who does the cooking either, so that helps.
Right, exactly.
Okay, heck yeah. So I'm gonna cook on Tuesday and Thursday. I got a pack for my piece. She gonna cook on I think Mondays and Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I call her peace. My piece.
Okay.
You gotta have your piece.
Mm-hmm.
So I made an agreement. I'm gonna start it next week.
All right.
I'm gonna try it.
We'll be asking for an update. And see
I'll get an update.
How that worked out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get him. I'm going to talk to my sister.
Phil, when
today.
you come back, let's follow up with him.
We're gonna note to self.
Note to self.
See what's going on. See what King's up to.
Yeah, heck, but I'm going to my number one fan before I mentally start this. I'm going to go talk to my sister first. For real, Martine.
Why you need to talk to your sister
I
about
talk to my sister
cooking
about this.
twice a week?
I gotta cook.
Cook at home.
because normally
life is hard. Cooking twice a week.
Yeah, that's
Gosh,
hard.
man,
that's really hard. So I need some motivation, and then I might need some advice. I might. So, sister, do you do this? Do I do this? Or do I do that? So I need.
Do you know how to cook?
Is
that the problem?
Yeah, I think I do.
Is that the real problem?
Yeah,
I do.
I think I do. I think I can.
I think I can. I know I can. I can.
So, but I had a waffle this morning. I mixed the water in the bowl myself. And plugged in the waffle iron all by myself.
Man,
red light comes on.
Good job, Phil.
See, I like instructions. I work better with instructions.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't throw me in the kitchen. I don't got no instructions.
Yeah, we need some direction.
Yep. Yeah. So that's why my sister always give me directions. Man, do this, do that. See, I'm an analytical type of person.
Okay, that's all right. Step by step, get you to the goal. Oh my gosh, Phil's showing a picture of corn on a cob and steak.
Yep.
Ooh, that looks good. Now, did you cook that yourself?
Yes,
Mr. Rooney.
Okay.
So see, he can cook.
Proud of the food
Oh
also.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm about to bet.
So when you finish cooking your meal, take a picture. So we need proof that
we're
you
gonna need evidence.
That's right.
You know what? I'm gonna do a story. Martine. I've been seeing, like you see my stories. You did a story.
I did a story about my cooking.
I'm gonna do a story.
You're gonna do a couple stories.
I'm gonna do a story so y'all can see me in action.
We need to step by step.
Yeah, without doubt. Without doubt.
Phil, you put your pictures in the stories, Facebook stories.
I do.
You do? Okay. See, you're trying to advertise. Do you feel? Is it supposed to make you feel sexy?
You would get so many more followers, King, if you did that.
What?
Female followers.
Are you serious?
Yes. They love that. Women love to see men trying to do different
Do
things.
you want to see how many likes I got on that photo of my meal?
What? Okay.
I get more likes on food photos and stories than anything else. It's people love to watch people cook food or I want to see your food. What are you eating?
Okay, but sometimes they be okay, all right.
It's astonishing to me, but I was like,
okay,
really? Y'all want to see this?
That's why
I was just doing it for fun.
You gotta be kidding me.
I was just doing it for fun.
Okay,
Pictures of food or my grandson get the most looks.
Really?
Yeah, and kids and babies. Yes.
Okay, well, sure. I got a lot of my grandson. I got my afro. He got a big afro. I'm a
post your food. Your food.
Okay.
You know.
Post food. I mean,
cooking.
Okay. Well, what about selfies? What if I just do a selfie and I see you be doing with your sunglasses on like this.
Bouncing to the music, yes.
So can I do that?
Yes, you can. You can do whatever you want.
I think that's.
Are you shy?
I think it's kind of. Yeah, I'm kind of shy, Martine. On time, I'm really not shy. I guess put a mic.
Or if you're looking for a woman.
No, I'm not looking for no woman. I'm
Omaha, he just said it.
No, I'm not looking for no woman.
He's not looking for a woman.
No.
You were.
No, well, I went to the mountaintop, Martine.
Went to the mountaintop
I
and got a word from somebody.
I got a word. I had to go to the Rocky
A word from on high.
Yeah. I went to the Rocky Mountains, and the Rocky Mountains said, William, focus on yourself right now. Focus on yourself. Modify yourself first.
You gotta get yourself together before you can do anything else.
Yeah. Cause I still be crying and all. You said we cried 2 days ago. I'm real sensitive right now.
Okay.
All right. So if I do like women though, I just want to let you know though.
All right, put that out there.
Yeah, I'm alpha male.
Right.
Yeah, Phil alpha male too. We don't play that kind of stuff over here. But
Phil, you still playing your guitar?
Yeah, I had a lesson last night, and I'll be practicing again tonight.
Oh, okay.
Coming along, a lot of work.
So are you self-learning, or you have a teacher or coach?
I have a teacher. I still play bass. I haven't played bass for a while because I'm working on guitar. So
things. He switched over to the health side. But he still loves music. I am gonna try to do time stuff. I gotta step my stuff up. Y'all, it is 8:30. It is Black Friday, y'all. We want you guys to be intentional on developing new relationships, without a doubt. Make sure you guys stay healthy out there. Martine, what you got going on?
It's Friday, right? Okay, I always have to determine what day is it, because every day is starting to feel like the same day.
Isn't that the truth?
Like Groundhog Day.
Because nobody's going out to work. There's just things. No places to go, hardly. I mean, there are some places you can go eat, but it's not the same. I can't go to the movie theater, which I was a big fan of that. Matinees, I love matinees. Being the only one in the theater, can't do that. And, just there's some certain things that you can't do anymore.
Well, Martine, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. Omaha, I didn't want to let the secret out, but I'm going to let it out. There is a movie theater open.
Which one? Is it the one in Council Bluffs?
Nope. Oh. On 125th and Center Street.
The Dollar? The Dollar? Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. Isn't there 144th and West